job to save those we love.
What are you doing here, Dad?
I don't think I made the right decision.
She's taking her son back.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love All American, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight we're going to be talking about All American Season 3, Episode 4. This is the recap for Episode 4. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know, man. What did you think of this episode? As I told you guys, this episode to me was okay. I think it's a great build-up for Episode 5. And based off the previews, the next episode is going to be fire. But in this episode, a lot of different things did happen. So we're definitely going to talk about them. So like I told you guys, leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. Let me know exactly how you felt about the episode. Now, in Episode 4, we saw Coop, and she has these conversations with Spencer, of course, about therapy, because she's like, look, you don't need no therapist. You can just talk to me like we always do. But we know Spencer does need professional help. It's crazy how they started off the episode with Coop and Spencer, and, you know, she was his stuck point at the end of the episode, which is something that he believes is true. Now, we know Coop, of course, is struggling in school. She's not even showing up like that. The girl needs to put in this work, or she's going to repeat another year of school. And Spencer, he says, look, not on my watch. Once again, Spencer is like, I got to take care of Coop. I got to make sure Coop is doing what she needs to do, which is a bad thing because he needs to look out for himself and his own issues. Now, Grandpa Willie is back. He's applying pressure once again, just like in the past, on Jordan. He believes that Jordan is focusing too much on Simone and not football. At the end of the day, I kind of agree a little bit with Grandpa Willie is talking about, because he wants the best for his grandson. Jordan is taking on a lot of different things. And yes, I understand he wants to help out Simone, but he's doing things that could jeopardize his future in the sport. Now, we get to Spencer's therapist. And the topic of discussion is we got to figure out your stuck point, because whatever is going inside of you is not physical. It's a mental thing that's going on while you keep freezing up in these big moments in these games. We have to figure out your stuck point. We have to go over some things to get to that issue, right? And this is something that Spencer has to think about, because we know he's going through a whole lot of mental pressure because he's taking on a lot of stuff that he should not have to do. Now, of course, Darnell is leaving. He's going back to see his mom, right? He's going to Germany. And it's kind of sad because we know the chemistry they had with him and Spencer and the family. And of course, they don't want to see him go. But it is what it is. Darnell is not in the right state of mind. His mom has just got surgery, so he needs time for himself, right? Then we get to the coach, and she's applying a lot of pressure, just not on Jordan, but on Asher as well. She wants him to step up to the plate, but Asher, he's not doing it early on in the episode. He's kind of letting things fly by, not really thinking like he wants to get back on the team. Eventually, he's going to have to step up to the plate. Then we get to Patience and Coop. They got a banger song. It's going crazy. And they want to shoot a video to this, right? They want Layla to be able to get this popping. But Layla understands that Patience is still signed with her father, and it's not going to be as easy as it seems. Of course, Coop, she thinks it's going to be easy. They're very excited and happy, but Layla knows the truth about the business, and her whole goal is to get this to happen. Now, let's get to it. Olivia and Spencer. Once again, you guys let me know what you think about this. Man, the two start talking about summer, and then they said, you know what? Let's just focus on this, because Spencer was like, look, I just miss our friendship. Let's just make sure we stay friends and we stay cool no matter what. I know what happened over the summer happened, but we need to focus on our friendship. I miss that. And then you seen these signals just like in the past episode. So I don't know if they're building up for something that's not there, but come on. Spencer definitely is feeling Olivia, and she's definitely feeling him. As you can see, he held her hand once he told her, look, I'll take that bullet again if I had to. And of course, Olivia is like, man, you doing all this for me. I feel bad and all this because you're going through these mental issues. But Spencer is willing to do whatever it takes for Olivia is quite obvious. Do you think that something happened? I mean, it definitely did. At least that's what they're building up to. I really hope this storyline does not lead to anything. It has to lead to the truth, and that is that Olivia and Spencer definitely had to get together over the summer, in my opinion. But we shall see. Now, Simone and Jordan, they ride past, of course, the parents' house of her baby that she gave up, and she wants her kid back. It's quite obvious. The thing is this: she wants her kid back. Jordan wants to help her, but Simone is going to have to handle this issue on her own. We know that Jordan wants to help out a lot. And speaking of Jordan, once again, Grandpa Willie is telling Billy, like, look, you need to get on Jordan or he's going to ruin his life. He needs to focus on the things that count, not Simone like that. Focus on football. And if you don't get on him, he's going to pretty much mess up. And Billy goes off on his father and tells him, look, my son's not a quitter. He's not going to walk out like you walked out on Mom when she was sick. And this pissed off Grandpa Willie. He was like, look, you don't talk about nothing you know nothing about. Like, what is wrong with you? And then Billy was like, well, the same to you. You don't talk about something that you know nothing about as well. These two have issues. Hopefully they're able to fix these things, but I'm telling you right now, it ain't looking too good for Grandpa Willie and Billy. Now we get to Spencer and his therapist once again, and he opens up a little bit more about Olivia because the therapist says, tell me more about her. He says she was my day one. You know what I'm saying? We just vibe together. I mean, the way he's talking, he is so passionate about Olivia. She's the first person he met when he came to Beverly. We already know this. The therapist is like, well, I'll tell you what, it's quite obvious that you're in love with Olivia. I mean, it's plain and simple. And then Spencer kind of says, nah, I'm cool with Layla, not Olivia. She's just my homegirl. That's it. Nothing more. But we know the truth. That's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully they're not building up for something that's not there. Spencer and Olivia is something that the fans have been saying that they've been wanting to see since the very beginning. And ever since you saw the very beginning, you understand that Spencer and Olivia always had this connection, but under certain circumstances, things have changed, right? But the therapist tells Spencer just to write down everything that he's feeling and he can come up with his stuck point eventually. Then we get to your boy Jordan. He decides to go to the parents' house of the kid, and since he could not get in contact with Simone, he decided to do it on his own, and he slipped up. The dude was not feeling him at all, tells him to leave. We know Simone was pretty much forced to do this, and her parents pushed her, but Jordan feels like he's the one that needs to go and address the issue, but that did not need to happen, as Simone told him that later on in the episode. And then we get to your boy Darnell once again. He's upset. He's like, man, I'm a military kid. I should have known about this. I should have never got comfortable. And it's sad because this storyline in general is something that a lot of military families go through, having to keep leaving, being stationed in different states, countries. It's sad. But Spencer told him, look, man, your home is always here. No matter what, you can always come here and be a part of this family. But man, I feel bad for your boy Darnell, man. I hope he comes back eventually. Now, Laura and Billy, they give Jordan some advice and says, look, man, you need to focus on yourself. Simone can handle her own. You putting a lot of effort to helping her out. I know that's your girlfriend, but you need to worry about yourself. I mean, it kind of took the advice of Willie. He was telling them, look, you need to go ahead and put a little bit more pressure on Jordan. Jordan definitely needs to focus on himself a little bit more. I understand he does want to help Simone, and it is sad, but at the same time, this guy has to worry about himself and let Simone be a big girl and handle her issues. Now, they do have a surprise going away party for Darnell. He's very excited. He's happy. But at the same time, we do know he's leaving. But they just wanted to show support. Now, Coach Baker does come there and tell him, what you're doing is the right thing to do. I mean, being there by your mom's side is the right thing to do. And, he wishes him good luck. And that's a good thing, man, because Coach Baker has been through some things like this. And he's just trying to give Darnell some good advice before he leaves. Now, we get to Jordan and we get to Spencer. The two have finally decided to talk once again. And of course, Jordan wants some advice from Spencer. Spencer tells him, look, man, I understand that Simone wants her kid back. She wants to take her kid back, but that's something that she has to worry about. I mean, everybody's giving him this advice, but Spencer, his advice, it hits a little bit stronger for Jordan, right? And he's like, look, man, you always worrying about her. She can handle this on her own. I mean, Spencer is giving him advice that he should take himself. He needs to worry about himself as well. Taking on other people's problems is something that, you know, I know people want to do, but you can't always do things, or at least take care of people's problems that you love all the time. They have to handle it themselves. Now, of course, we get the going away gift for Darnell. You know, a shirt with him and Corey on there. Very sad moment. At the end of the day, it does seem like Darnell had a good going away party. As I told you guys, hopefully Darnell does come back. We still got a lot more season to go, so time will tell if he does come back. The chemistry between the two, between him and Spencer, the family, the team, it was great. So as Spencer told him, you always will have a home here. They're expecting him to come back, and hopefully that is something that does happen later on in the season. Then we get to your girl Layla, and Layla has decided, you know, I got a game plan. You know, my father, he has signed Patience, but they're not letting me get her out of her contract. Well, you know, your girl Layla has figured out something. He signed Patience when she was a minor, and now this is an issue. Now he is being sued. So now pretty much what's going to happen, he's going to have to release her from her contract, and that's going to allow Layla to be able to swoop in and make that deal. So it's crazy how things work out. Your girl Layla stepped up to the plate. That intern was running his mouth like he knew everything, but he got one from Layla. Then we get back to the coach. He's very excited from Asher for stepping up, right? Asher has finally decided to step up, do what she wanted him to do. She applied that pressure on him, and now he has a chance to get back on the team. Most likely, we're going to see that in the next episode. We knew they weren't going to let him sit out for too long. Asher is finally going to come back, and hopefully he gets the job done. Then we get to Simone. Very sad scene, because deep down inside, we all know Simone did not want to give up her kid, but it is something that her parents pushed for her to do. Now, luckily, this family, they was acting cool. You know what I'm saying? The mom came out. She was cool. She's like, look, we can work something out. You know what I'm saying? You can come to see the baby every now and then. You can come in and stuff like that. They wasn't disrespectful or anything like that. They understand that she's 18, and of course she wants to see her baby. And I'm glad that the things ended well for her, and that this family wasn't stuck up and wasn't like, nah, you can't see the kid. But remember, Simone did have an opportunity to take the kid back. She still had a couple days to make a decision. Then we get to the end of the episode, and Spencer has decided that his stuck point is your girl Coop. Yes, he blames everything that happened, the shooting, on Coop. You know, looking out for her, taking care of her, making sure she does not slip up, especially with Tyrone and stuff like that. He blames everything on her. So I'm eager to see how this is going to play out in the next episode, because, you know, Coop does find out about this, and they will have a conversation. Now, what do you guys think about this? About Spencer saying that Coop is his stuck point. Now, I can understand what he's saying, because he feels like he always has to help her. But at the end of the day, we do know you have a choice. Spencer made that choice to go out there and help Coop and look out for Coop and protect Coop. He made that decision. Coop didn't put a gun to his head and make him do it. He did it. But at the same time, I can understand, as a loyal friend, as a day one, you know what I'm saying? You got to look out for your people. So this is the principle that Spencer took in. Like, you know, I'm looking out for my girl no matter what. But him doing that has created this issue. At the end of the day, I can understand him saying that Coop is his stuck point, but all the blame can't go on her. Some of that blame has to go on Spencer for making those decisions to do what he did. And this should be no surprise. Spencer is always taking on everybody's problems, not just Coop. Think about the series. This dude is always taking other people's issues, trying to help out, putting all the pressure on him. He's always in a bad mood because he's always worried about everything, everybody but himself. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the next episode. You guys let me know what you think about this. How do you feel about your boy Spencer saying Coop was his stuck point? And how do you see it playing out in the future? But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. I will be dropping more of All American Season 3 content for you guys. We're going to get ready for episode 5 based on the preview. I got a feeling it's going to be lit. So, we shall see in the future. But thank you guys once again. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.